All right, guys. Thanks for joining us once again. This is Studio 357, and it's sports podcast edition. And we also have Sheriff in the house. Salom, can we hear you
I'm present here, so
in present?
yeah, I'm
Sheriff,
present.
are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, thanks, guys, for joining us. And we had a lot of action during the midweek. I think it started on Tuesday, right? And then Wednesday too, we had some games. And even this evening, I think there's a game ongoing, right? Were there any upsets for you guys, especially in the EPL? Salom, I'll start with you.
They were upset in the IPO. I think most especially talking about the Bournemouth Ipswich game. It ended up Ipswich winning 2-1. When we did the preview of this match, we all expected Bournemouth to take the lead for that game, but then it came otherwise. And I think I don't know the reasons why Bournemouth couldn't win over usage, but then I think with their past few games, they've been let me say underwhelming with their performance, and I don't know why. And then they are missing a lot of chances when it comes to creating an attacking threat. Yes, so I don't know why they missed out winning the game over Ipswich. I think that was one of the upsets um, for the midday um,
As a
matches.
midweek
Yes,
game, sir.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Sheriff,
Yeah,
any
my
upsets for you?
yeah in the Premier League. My upset was with the Crystal Palace and Southampton game.
Everybody
Yeah,
expected Crystal
Crystal
Palace to
Palace
win,
to
eh?
win. Yes, exactly. With their form, taking their form into consideration, they had won their last 6 games in a row, and then Southampton was not a tough side that I was expecting them to draw. But they even got a late equalizer, very very late. I think Matheus Franca scored in the 90th minute to get them the 1 point. But I was expecting them to win against Southampton. That's my
But normally around this time of the season, when teams are threatened with relegation, they play differently. So when you're facing them around this time, you need to be extra careful so you don't draw points against them.
yeah. It happens. It happens in every season. It happens. You see that the teams in the relegation zone they begin to play their hearts out and all that. But with this current Crystal Palace's form, I was expecting them to win comfortably against Southampton. But this is the Premier League. This is football. Anything happens. So
Anyway, Aston Villa Brighton. Aston Villa won 3-0. I think they're in the form of their life. Sell them.
Yes, yes. I think they are currently on, on on their path to probably be in the top four, probably because they secured the semi-final FA Cup, and then now that was 3-0, and then facing Brighton to 3-0. It is superb performance from Unai Emery's team, and then I think the manager has really transformed this team very well. And then um, under Unai Emery, you can see the depth of the squad with their midfielders and attackers, having Kamara, having McGreen, having Rashford, Bailey, Rogers, Ramsey. You can see they have the squad, and then they are willing to pull off any surprise to be in the top four. They can do it with this recent form. They can do
They are
it.
only 3 points away from the top four zone, so
Exactly.
it's
Yes. They
it's
they
very
they
doable.
it's very doable. They can do that. since I think they are having five Premier Leagues in the Champions League now, so I think it's very doable for them. And then they've impressed me a lot. So I look forward to see them being impressive and then maintain such such composure to the end. Yes.
Okay. The defending champions, Man City, they won 2-0 against relegation threatened Leicester City. Sheriff, was it expected?
Yeah, in our preview, I said it that Manchester City were going to win comfortably against Leicester City. I mean, you could have said that the absence of Haaland could have been a blow, but Omar Mamouche stepped up on the day and then got a goal from a rebound. And then Jack Grealish got his first Premier League
He's not
goal.
scored in over a year.
Bro, like it's serious. He scored a
uh,
goal. And then I was very, very happy for him. And then he dedicated it to his brother who passed a long time ago. It was quite emotional. But I'm a
yeah.
City fan, so I'm very happy. It was
Okay.
expected. It was expected. So good job from Manchester City.
Anyway, what about Newcastle Brentford? Salom, any thoughts on that game?
Yes. I think I also said in the preview that Newcastle will pick up the 3 points due to the fact that the the winning the Carabao Cup have gingered them to perform better. And then also you can also see them that they also want to be in the top four. Looking at the points they have behind Chelsea and then Man City, I think it's a 2 points also. Looking at that game, yes, I predicted um, Newcastle to win over Brentford. Yeah, I think that's it. I didn't get a chance to watch the match, but per the match statistics, I can see um, Newcastle really outshine Brentford. That's why they could pick up the 3 points. Yes.
It was a hard win for them, though. They didn't have it that easy.
Oh,
But
okay.
one scoreline that is really surprising me is Wolves against West Ham. Wolves won 1-0. Sheriff, any thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting much from West Ham. West Ham themselves this season, I would say this result didn't surprise me because they've not been at their very best this season. It was a good game for Wolves. I think they scored very early. I think around the 21st minute. Yeah, they scored a goal, and then it was a good game for them. West Ham dominated though,
Yeah,
but I think they were not very clinical up front. They had 10 shots
yeah.
and then only one shot on target. Wolves had nine and then two shots on target. They just weren't clinical up front. So fair results. I'd say fair results.
And Kudus didn't start the game for West Ham.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was. I don't know the reason why, but I don't know.
I heard he
I
was
don't know.
unfit. I heard he was unfit.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's what I heard.
Okay, Liverpool Everton, Merseyside Derby. Liverpool got the job done. 1-0. 3 points in the bag. Can we comfortably say that we can crown them EPL champions?
Oh yes, I think we can say that. Certainly, they deserve it. They've been consistent throughout the whole season. I think for per the start, their last 26 EPL games, they've not lost. I think yes. Since they lost to Northern Forest, I think that was September, October also. They've not lost since to this year 2025. And I think they've been amazing with such a start. And then you can see they are they are willing to cement their position at the first place now. They are not going to slip
Mm,
for Arsenal to take up. No, I don't think they will give the chance to Arsenal to pick up the lead. So with a 12 point gap, they have I think they can maintain, and then probably at the end of the season they'll lift the trophy in me. Yeah.
Okay. Sheriff, any thoughts on the Liverpool game?
Yeah, coming into this game, I think that the first encounter between these two teams, it was a draw. I think Everton had a late equalizer, and then there was a whole drama at the end of the match. So coming into this game, you expect the Liverpool players to come in high spirits to get a win. I mean, because it's a derby, as you said, so they will definitely expect to win. And then to cement the title this season, this was also a crucial win for Liverpool. Mathematically, Arsenal is not out of the competition. They are not out mathematically, but when you take Liverpool's form into consideration, I think they are the right winners of the Premier League this season.
But Everton gave the game a very good fight because they this guy, what's his name, Beto hit the upright. He should have scored that goal. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I think
any of you guys saw that. Beto, he hit the upright.
yeah, I think it was a good game. They just weren't clinical. I think it was a good game. They defended very well because Liverpool had about 17 shots, and then they had only 3 shots on target. I think it was a good game with the whole controversy of the penalty, of the red card, of the tackle on McAllister and all that. This is a derby. This is a Merseyside derby, and it has always been very competitive. Liverpool won, and I think it was a fair result.
Okay. Then almighty Manchester United, they lost against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest seems to be cementing their top four status. Salom, your take on that?
Yes, I think Nottingham Forest, their back four were very solid on that Tuesday match against Manchester United, and I think Moilo would have been. I don't know who was the man of the match, but if I was to choose a man of the match, I would have said Moilo of Manchester. Sorry, Nottingham Forest. I think he was solid behind giving instructions, and then they took the pressure. They made United have that free flow of transition play and everything,
Mm,
but they solidified the back. And then Marcel's, their goalkeeper, also made crucial saves, and then he had 5 saves. And then I think that's good for them if, since they are willing to maintain their position at the top four, and then qualify for next season's Champions League. Yeah, so I think
okay.
that was impressive. Yes.
Sharif, you have anything more to add on the United game?
Mm, I would say fair results. I was not surprised. No, not at all. I was not surprised. I was even expecting them to concede more. I don't know why they conceded just one goal. United controlled the game. They possessed the ball and all that. They had more shots. I think United's problem. We should have about a 2-hour discussion on that. But I think it goes beyond the players and all that. I think it has to do with the coaching and the top management of the team. I think they need to recruit a top striker next season in the summer window. I think they need to do that because they had 23 shots and 6 on targets. I mean, that shows how bad their attackers are. And then the goal they conceded. Come on, come on. Elanga, who scored the goal? Hold on. Elanga, yeah. Elanga scored the goal. He took the ball
He
almost from
scored
the
against his
center.
former club. Yeah.
Bro, like, he took the goal
Charlie.
almost from the center and then dribbled past defenders and then went to score. It was a ball that Garnacho and Co should have just tackled him and then committed a foul before he even got to the front of the 18-yard box. I think it was bad defending from the part of Manchester United. Uh, it was a good game. I was not surprised in any way.
So is the problem a coaching problem? or what is it? I'm talking about United, Man United. Salom.
Uh, okay. For me, I really can't tell whether we should give Amorim the chance. They should give Amorim the chance for next season because he came um, in was it November? I don't know. But looking at what the system they are playing, that's the three-bar system, is really not helping for United. That's what I think. The structure for that three-bar system is really not. They should go to their traditional four-back. I think that will help them. And then looking at the attackers, for instance, United attackers, they've been underperforming in most of their games, being inconsistent, and then they lack that creativity. And then you can see they've been over reliance on Bruno Fernandes. He's more like adapted to every coach system. You can see he gives the numbers for goals and then assists and then the big
Mm,
chances he creates.
he's a
And
super
then
fantastic playmaker.
yes, you can see that. But then you can see with the Garnacho and then the Hoyland and the Zexi, you can see their stats are horrible. It's been awful. And I think yes, it's been the attackers are not being creative. You can see them. We all saw them when they started the season with everything hard. It's been the same numbers they are carrying to Ruben Amorim. So I think the attackers also are to be blamed. They are not being creative. I don't know. Yes, that's what I think.
And I guess they need to take advantage of the upcoming summer transfer window to, beef their squad up if they want to compete in all the competitions next season.
Yes, yes. That's why I think Amorim should be given another chance because he should be given another chance because he has to look out into the market and then bring the right players that he thinks will fit his style of play. I think that will help. That will help for now. But United's problems, bro, it's 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 too much. I don't know.
It's
From
a
the
whole lot to
defense to the midfield. I mean, this is the team that's only relying on one player, only one player,
exactly, Charlie.
Bruno
Bruno Fernandes.
Fernandes.
So you can imagine it's that bad. So I think Amorim should be given chance to make some purchases in the transfer window so that we see what he will do in the next season. So next season, if he doesn't perform, then questions will be asked of him
Yeah,
if he should stay
yeah.
or leave.
Fair point. Fair point. All right, guys, let's switch our attention to the Copa del Rey. We had some tasty semi-final clashes, and thank God we have an El Clasico final waiting for us, right? All right, so let's start with the Real Madrid Sociedad game. I think the first leg ended 4-4, right? And then the second leg
No,
was 1-0.
that the
Sorry.
first leg, Real Madrid won with 1-0.
Oh, sorry.
It was
Okay,
the
yeah,
Barca.
yeah. The
Yes.
first leg, yeah, they won 1-0, and then I mean on aggregate, Real Madrid won 5-4. So what's your take on that game? Let's start with you, Salom.
Okay. So we looking at the Madrid versus that game. I think Madrid didn't dominate enough. I think with that game they should have dominated Real Sociedad. Looking at the squad depth of Real Madrid, I think they the only changes I saw in Ancelotti's team is replacing Mbappe with Endrick. Yeah, I think that was all because with Courtois was injured at that time. That's why they brought to the backup keeper Rooney, and then they had Alaba, Trameni, Kamavinga. Those are the normal 11 that I know
The
for Real
usual
Madrid.
suspects, yeah.
Yes, so I think Real Madrid should have dominated that game. They should have allowed the game to go to extra. That's the extra time. Then they should have easily. been superior and then dominated that game against Real Sociedad. And then looking at Alaba with those two deflected shots, and then it cost them 2 goals. It's just a bad game for Alaba. Not that he's not good. He's a fantastic player, though. But then it's just that he didn't get he didn't got a bad day during that match. Yeah, I think that's
Bad
it
day in the
for
office, yeah.
yes. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Sheriff. Any thoughts on the Real Madrid Sociedad game?
Yeah, good game. Good game. 5 goals in the game. Uh, I think. Oh, sorry. There was 8 goals. 8 goals. Sorry, in the game. And then I don't know. Real Madrid defense in this particular match was very very bad. You know, they conceded 4 goals against Real Sociedad at Santiago Bernabeu. I think that raises eyebrows. Good game, good game. I think Alaba, yeah, my brother said, had a very, very bad day at the office. You could see after even during the game, Kylian Mbappe was complaining about their defense that conceding 4 goals at home was ridiculous. I think I was expecting Real Sociedad to win the game, but this is Real Madrid. You can't nowadays. You can't. I don't know. It's so annoying. You can't even.
They're highly unpredictable, eh?
You know, right? You can't against them in a match like that. You just have to wait for the result. When they lose, then you fail. But then you jubilate. Sorry. So I think it was a good game. Hendrik scored a beautiful goal. Oyazaba on that day too played very very well for Real Sociedad.
Sociedad. Yeah.
Yeah, they are in the finals, and let's see.
Okay. So Atletico Madrid, Barcelona. I think Barca could have even won by more goals, but it was just 1-0 for the second leg. Salom, your take on that game?
All right. So we all could attest the fact that Barca is in fine form. They've been, I think, with 2025, looking at their matches they've played, they've not lost a game yet. So they are yet to lose a game this year. So looking at Barca's form, I think is they are in fine form, and then you could see that the coach is really doing well with the squad rotation. There are young players. You could see that they are brilliant, and then you could see their mentality, focus, and then you could see well talented. It's like Barca is not is there right now. Barca has improved on many things, physically, mentally, psychologically. Even when they are a go down, they are willing to make a comeback and then um, overturn the game's scoreline. So I think with that game, I didn't see much of Atiku because I don't know on their home grounds they they could have at least made a shot. There were no shot on target the whole 90 minutes for Atletico Madrid. That was, I don't know, that was very underwhelming, and that's, I don't know, but I think Barca deserved. It was a good day for them. They deserved that win, and then they are looking forward for the Copa del Rey finals with at Real Madrid. Yes.
So Sheriff, do you think that Atletico Madrid, I mean, at this rate, they should still keep faith with Diego Simeone?
Well, personally, I think they should keep him for at least a season or two. Diego Simeone, he's not a bad coach. He's not a bad coach. I think he has taken them to the finals in the UEFA Champions League for like 2 times. He has taken
Yeah,
them to
and
the final two times.
on all those two occasions, they lost to Real
Madrid,
Madrid.
Madrid, Madrid. Right? He came to the club since I think 2011. Yes, 2011. He's won two titles, two La Liga titles, and two Copa del Rey titles. So I think he's not been a bad coach. He has made the La Liga a bit competitive. You know, first it was between just Barcelona and Madrid, but he came in and then has pushed both teams to also compete very very hard. He made some signings last season. The introduction of Julian Alvarez, Conor Gallagher, and Solo in the summer transfer window, but couldn't get them a title this season. That's over 200 million spending on players. Personally, I think he has done enough for the Atletico Madrid team to be kept for at least a season or two. But
Mm.
sometimes his tactics are questionable. Yesterday, in the Barcelona game around the 70th minute, like he was defending. He asked his team to defend around the 70th minute. They were playing like a five back in the 70th minute. If you watch the formation, it's ridiculous. Like, what are you defending? What
That's a question
what
almost everybody is asking because in
what
the first leg he was quite offensive. Then in the
you
second leg, when he was rather
in the
losing, he
second leg
decided to go defensive.
at your home grounds? You are losing with all your supporters on the field, like in the park. You were defending in the 70th minute. What were you defending? There was nothing to lose. You had very, very good attackers in the likes of Griezmann, the Julian Alvarez, and then the rest. And then you were defending in the 70th minute, around the 70th minute, 75th minute. He was playing a five back. It's ridiculous sometimes. His defending tactics is sometimes ridiculous. But I think with the signings he made in the transfer window, I think he should be given a season or two. If he doesn't perform, then questions about his staying can be asked. So he should be given time, yeah.
Okay, so with Diego Simeone's time at Atletico, I think it should come to an end. Yes, with the fact that he has been at Atletico's heart and soul since 2011. I think it's time Atletico should um, look out for other coaches. So you could see that at Atletico at this point they fail to keep up with Madrid and then Barcelona every time, always falling behind them with this La Liga title race. And then you could see tactically is that defensive style is more like outdated. I if I can say that, but with in this um, mod, mod, modern attacking phases, you could see that he should develop these players and then be modernized with these attacking transitions.
Yes.
That would be good for him. So I think, and then you could see Atletico has underperformed for the Champions League in these recent seasons. Facing Real Madrid, they've been knocked out. Facing Barcelona, they've been knocked out of the Copa del Rey. And I think it's time for them to move on. They should look out for another coach, and then I think Atletico will one day deliver a silverware, probably in the next season if they get a coach. Yeah, that's what I think, bro.
La Liga, I think there's some features coming up on Saturday and Sunday.
So I think on Saturday, Barca is facing Robertis. All right. So I think Barca, with their last five matches, they've been able to win all their last five matches. Similarly to Robertis too, they've been able to win all their five matches. And I think looking at this, Barca is also playing home. I think there will be an upset in this game. I see the underdogs of Real Betis overturning the results and then probably breaking Barca's unbeaten run.
You think Betis will score Barca? or
Yeah,
draw.
the best result for Betis would be a draw.
A draw.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. Looking at these fine forms from these two teams, the best for, and also going to Barcelona. Barca will have that home advantage probably, but I see the best result for Real Betis will be a draw. So, Shay, looking at Real Madrid and I think Valencia, what
Well,
would your expectations?
I don't expect any upsets to be caused by Valencia. I think Real Madrid will win. There will be a few squad rotation though, with the game against Arsenal being their next game. So I think there will be. I think the likes of the other goalers and probably Hendrik will be starters in this game. That's what I think. And the Brahim Diaz, I think they will have a start in this game. Uh, uh, with the Arsenal game in focus. That's in the Champions League. They have to keep the players rested to be able to compete very well in that match. I mean, this is an Arsenal team that Bukayo Saka is back, and then Thomas Partey is in a very fine form. I think most people haven't noticed, but he is the heart of Arsenal's midfield this season. He's playing incredibly very well, and I don't know why they are not trying to extend his contract. So I think in this game, Madrid are going to do quite a bit of rotation, and I don't think Valencia will cause any harm to them. I think they will win comfortably. Yeah.